I first want to apologize for this video because it is 4th of July, so if you hear any fireworks popping outside in the background, I am sorry, but I wanted to get this build out for you guys, okay? That's just the truth. That's just the truth. So, today's build, we are utilizing a Stasis build, okay? And right now, I'm not thinking of what the build I made because of freaking... I just came back from a freaking not Thanksgiving. Freaking, I'm frazzled. I'm frazzled. Okay, I just came back from 4th of July with the fam. Okay, that's what I was trying to say. So I wasn't thinking about what build I got on right now, and I'm showcasing to you guys. Now I know. Now I know. Okay, so just want to showcase you guys right here how insane this build is. Okay, I don't do that forever. I'm just showcasing how insane it is. And now I'm finna play optimal because, again, I just got back to fam. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing with this build right now. Alright. Okay. Let's get in our bag real quick. It was looking rough, but we all good. We all good. And then we're gonna finish the moving. Okay. Okay, it looked rough a little bit, but I promise y'all, this build, you go unga bunga this build. You don't gotta think about anything, okay? You don't gotta think about anything. Everything just works. So we're using icebreaker in this build to basically shoot anybody in the face that we freeze or slow. We are using massive felty. Y'all know I already made a build for you guys focusing on the shatter grenade with massive felty. So this time, I wanted to make a build focused on massive felty itself. And the insane thing we can do with this build is we throw infinite shurikens all day if we want to. I literally just stand here all day and always have shurikens ready. I know I can just shoot him right now, but I just want to showcase to you guys how infinite I can just keep throwing this with no downside. Okay? No downtime, I can just do whatever I want. Now he got mad. He got mad because I was doing it to him. Alright, so I think I showcased the build right there. And then I want to showcase to you guys how much I can just tank things and really just play very unoptimal. And the build just works, okay? It just works. Alright, now I'm finna show y'all me doing this part right here just very nonchalant. Like, when I tell y'all I'm finna go through here just like super casual, like this not negative 50. I mean that. I mean that. Okay? Like I'm just walking, basically. I'm just walking and then sniping. That's all I'm doing. Not worried. I know they can't do nothing to me. Just walking. Walking and throwing shurikens that I'm always gonna have. Matter of fact, we throw even more shurikens we want to. Just get everybody frozen here. Throw a shade step in there. Why? Why not, right? What a champion at? You wanna be up here just chilling all day. Yep. Yep. Matter of fact, we just finna toy you, bro. We just finna throw these shurikens at the ground all day. Just because I know I can. Just because I know it's an infinite amount with this build. I think I'm throwing shurikens so fast, sometimes the game can't even rest, and I'm throwing it so fast, so it just bounce off the goddamn crystal and do nothing. You know? You look at just run around throwing shurikens all day. It's all based on how quick the goddamn stasis shards come to you, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now let me show you guys the build. What up, guys? Alchemy saying it's something nice for you. So today we are using another Stasis build, and we are using massive felty. So like I said, I was using this with my other build, but the other build was focused on spamming a new shatter grenade to do dumb damage. So we're really spec'ing into that. That's a good Stasis build for negative 50 as well. Don't get it twisted. But I enjoyed this build as well because I set it up where I'm able to spam infinite shurikens with no downtime. And I'm basically able to face tank things with no care in the world because of how we set the build up, okay? So if you don't know, Withering Blades hits and bounces create a small stasis crystal and refund a portion of melee energy. Using Withering Blade to shatter crystals or frozen targets releases a spread of more Withering Blades, which make more crystals around you and stuff and melee energy and whatnot, right? So that's what we're running for our exotic. The stat spread you want for this build, you just want 100 melee, 100 grenade, 100 class, and then try to pour the rest into weapon stat as much as possible. I'm using fonts, obviously, so that I can put more into my weapon stat. But yeah, that's what we're running. The armor set we're running is important. We are using Yearning Echo. This is from Grass of Average Dungeon. You're probably saying, Alchemist, why are we using this? Because of the 4-piece. The 4-piece says, while you have stacks of Untold Greed, Orbs of Power and Elements to pick up provide more of their respective energy. So literally, when I pick up a Stasis Shard, I'm just throwing out a random number. If the Stasis Shard give me 20% melee energy, with this armor set on, it'll give me like 40% back. Okay, I'm just throwing out an example. That's not the actual numbers, but that's the example. So that allows me to do stuff like this, where when I do finally get max stacks of Untold Greed, try to get the shards. Okay, I got 5 now, Untold Greed stacks. So now, when I break crystals, you see all that energy I got back? So I can spam the shurikens non-stop as long as they actually break the goddamn crystal like supposed to. But I can literally spam these shurikens non-stop without ever running out of melees. Okay? But we can just stun lock 24/7. So that's what we're running in this build. That's the reason, okay? And Stasis Shards give you Untold Greed so easily because you're making so many Stasis Shards. You're going to always have 5 stacks of Untold Greed on you for this benefit, okay? So that's the armor set we're using to be able to spam that. I'll be honest with you guys, your weapons don't matter at all. It doesn't. You're gonna be just spamming your shurikens all day. That's the main purpose of this build. So if you don't have Icebreaker and this Catalyst, don't worry. You can use whatever weapon you want to use. But Icebreaker and this Catalyst make it that landing a hit on a slowed or frozen target has a chance to return the round to the magazine. So you basically got infinite ammo with Icebreaker. All you gotta do is throw a shuriken and then snipe the person that you just froze, and you have infinite ammo. You don't have to worry about special ammo at all in this build. That's the combo. Aim for the headshots for more damage, and you're good to go. Other than that, nothing else matters. I put the crossbow on because it does have collective action. I say use any heavy that got collective action on it, because you will be picking up elements pickups non-stop, and this make it that your weapon do 30% more damage for free. So I'm using the crossbow to do dumb damage, and it's a stasis weapon, so it just goes good synergy here. And your weapon, your primary weapon, it really don't matter because you rarely ever gonna use it. Because you're gonna be using this Icebreaker 24/7. But I do have a Seraphine Haze. It does have collective pugilism, which basically when you get elements to pick up, any tick damage that I do with the gun now, any shots I do will give me melee energy back. Which you don't need, as y'all seen, all the freaking melee energy I was getting back from just throwing the shurikens and shards. You don't need this at all. So you can run whatever you want. Dang, they must have a real big firework out there, guys. He just keep going. We're using Surge Code. We're basically picking up State Shard, gives class building energy back as well, so we can spam our shade steps to get our shurikens back. If some reason the shuriken don't break a crystal and you don't want to waste your time shooting the crystals, you can just shade step and boom. You got the stasis, you got your class ability back, right? From State Shards. We got Brain Freeze, so frozen combatants do a chilling fog around to make them slow, meaning any enemy gets slowed by that freaking dust field they got around them. You can just snipe them with Icebreaker and get your ammo back. This the main important reason why we're using this artifact, I'm gonna be honest. Curative Orb. This make it that collecting element pickups, collecting Orbs of Power, or Tangle, whatever, gives a small amount of health. And since there's so many Stasis Shards you're gonna be getting, with this stacked with the 50% damage resist from Frost Armor, you're unkillable. As long as you're making Stasis Shards 24/7, which you will be because you're throwing your shuriken and stuff all day, you're unkillable. Okay, that was -50 I was in, and I was just walking. Okay, I wasn't tryharding. I turned my brain off. I was just walking and throwing shuriken and then taking my time to snipe somebody in the face. The worst thing you probably have in this build is enemies flinching you while you're trying to get that snipe off with Icebreaker because you have no care in the world. Other than that, you're unkillable. Okay, we got Hail the Storm on, then making that shattering frozen targets and stasis crystal do increased damage. And then also shattering stasis crystal releases shards of ice that damage slow other targets. Again, if people slow, you snipe them with Icebreaker, get your ammo back day and night, boom, kablammy. Okay. We have Frost Renewal on. We got on Crystalline Converter. And then we got Total Carnage on after finishing Powerful Combatant subclass. We're rocking Gambler's Dodge, get our melee back, obviously. Withering Blade. We got Shattering Grenade on because the strongest grenade in the game. You kind of throw it if you don't have this on. If an enemy is frozen, just throw this at them and it'll do dumb damage, okay? Grim Harvest, so that picking up 6 shards gives us Frost Armor. And taking damage while you have Frost Armor, get class ability energy, so we always have our class ability up. We got on Winter Shroud, so whenever we slow people, we get class ability energy back more. So we also have a class ability on us to get our shurikens back. But also, too, you get damage resistance for 4 seconds while using this, which is always a plus. So you can just spam your class ability nonstop for even more survivability. We have Fragments, Whisper of Rhyme for Frost Armor times 7. This is the only way you get to 50%. We have on Whisper of Torment, so we gain grenade energy each time we take damage. So we're able to spam our Shadow Grenade more often and frozen people to kill them. We got on Whisper of Shard, so that whenever we do break crystals, we get increased grenade regen. So we're going to be able to spam our melee and grenade in our class ability in this build. We're just able to spam everything nonstop, okay? We got on Whisper Conduction, so the shards come to us, so we don't have to worry about it, so I hope always keep going up. And then we have on Whisper of Hunger. This is making that we get even more melee energy gains from picking up a Stasis Shard, okay? Now, I'll be honest with you guys. This is not mandatory. Whisper of Hunger is a flex slot. You can take off with Winter Shroud and by all means go Touch of Winter to make your Shadow Grenade do even more damage. And you still will be getting enough melee energy to spam the shuriken non-stop because of the armor set. So, up to you. I like consistency. Y'all know me. But y'all 100% can go to Touch of Winter and just, you'll be good to go without Whisper of Hunger on. I use both of them and both work. Both aspects works here, okay? Armor mod, I got on 2 super fines just to get more super back quicker in this build. I have nothing else I need in the helmet, to be honest, because I'm not making orbs from killing people with Icebreaker. Special ammo scout just here when I do a special finisher or something like that. I don't know. Special finisher this here for no, this just here just to be here. This is just a flex slot. I'll be honest with you guys. Put anything you want here. You do not need special ammo scout. I have on Impact Induction, so when I do damage for my melee, I get grenade cooldown to spend my grenade as well, some more. Then I get grenade font and melee font to make my grenade and melee 100. Got my resist mods in my chest piece. I have on Elemental Charge. This is how I'm getting armor charges in my build from picking up all the Stasis Shards. I got 2 Solar Surges on to make Icebreaker do 17% more damage. We got on Reaper, so if I shade step, kill somebody for weapon, like Icebreaker, I make Orb Power out there. Powerful Attraction on, pick up the orbs around me, so if I ever get red health, I pick up the orbs immediately from Twisted, the Yearning Echo, armor set, whatever. And then, special finishers, so I can finish remove somebody when I got 3 armor charges, which I'm always going to have, just so I always have ammo for my Icebreaker to spam it and kill these frozen targets. That's the build, guys. Again, sorry for all the fireworks outside with the noise in the background, but I do need to deal out for you guys for tomorrow. But hopefully it wasn't too irritating for you guys and annoying. But this is the Stasis build. I was finally able to make one that's focused on just freezing everything to lean into this artifact for hunters. I couldn't really make it work with renewal grass or anything like that. This is the only way. But I'm proud of it. I got a goal over here, as y'all see. All my builds, you know, color or coordinated and stuff and whatnot. I got one more prismatic build I need to make. But yeah, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. That was just a personal goal of mine. And then I'll be on Titan and Warlock for more builds for you guys. I won't be doing the same goal for them because I'm not a Warlock or Titan main, but I am a Hunter main, and I love seeing this right here. Diversity there with loadouts. Anyway, love you guys. Appreciate you guys always. Until next time, stay up.